Good job, Turbo.
I told you time and again that we won't stop. Gotta get show by show, you tryna trip and give it a pop. Working 36 weeks on show, I'm open here on lessons. Cooking at 25 rolls, all great interior whenever it's cloudy. Every day better my go from chasing health and wealth, not clout. Baddies under my belt, I cook like a chef on Mr. Chow. Ain't been going no speeds, but I spend G's whenever I browse. Mink on all of my carpets at the house, I walk on clouds. Soon as I get out this work, I'm out the door, I'm in and out, I'm in and out.
Welcome to Point Proven, where the work speaks loud and the results speak louder. This is the platform where preparation meets opportunity and our athletes get the chance to tell their story in their own words. At North Point, nothing's given. Everything is earned. And every rep, every practice, and every competition builds the legacy of North Point athletics. Today, we're sitting down with an athlete who shows up, puts in the work, and represents this program in the right way, senior Justin Fludd. Justin has earned a 3.65 GPA, is an 8-time high honor roll recipient, Eagle of the Week, and a Maryland regional champion and state runner-up, a Nike indoor national champion and school record holder in the 60-meter dash, 200-meter dash, 4x55-meter relay, 4x2-meter relay, and the sprint medley relay. He is interested in pursuing a career in computer science and artificial intelligence and is looking at getting his undergraduate education in North or South Carolina, but open to all opportunities. This is Justin Fludd. Welcome to Point Proven, Justin.
Thank you.
We're going to do an icebreaker to set the mood. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Who's the funniest teammate?
The funniest teammate is probably Derek. He always has some jokes to make people laugh. So.
Who's the hardest working teammate?
I'd say the hardest working teammate is actually his brother Garrett. He's always willing to put in the extra rep and do extra workouts to just try and get better and elevate himself with the team.
All right. He is always talking about extra rep this, extra rep that. Who's the most underrated teammate?
The most underrated teammate, I think Raylan is the most underrated teammate. She's a freshman. She's already putting up like some of the best times on the team so far, and she's just doing really well as a freshman.
Yeah, these freshmen really are something, and they're just showing that they have so much potential and they can reach even greater heights in the future. Which teammate talks the most trash, and do they back it up?
I think Corinne talks the most trash. She always has something to say about other teams and things like that, but she does back it up though. She gets on the track and does what she usually do to back up what she says. So.
What is your most embarrassing moment?
My most embarrassing moment is probably when I false started in finals at the state championship. It was the 100-meter finals, and I ended up false starting. But yeah, that's probably my most embarrassing moment. But I was able to bounce back from it in my indoor state championship. So. What's
your favorite post-meet meal?
Probably Chick-fil-A. After every meet, I'm probably going to Chick-fil-A, just driving right there from the bus. So I really do like Chick-fil-A after the meet. So yeah.
All right. What's your favorite music before competition?
Before competition, I listen to a lot of Lil Baby and stuff like that. He just really motivates me. He's my favorite rapper, so he just gets me in that mood before my races, and yeah.
What's your favorite class in school?
My favorite class is probably my CTE class for cybersecurity, because that's what I want to do in the future, so I'm able to get like an early jump on it and get a head start to what I want to do.
Okay. What is one word you would use to describe yourself as an athlete?
I would say hungry, because I'm always looking for, like, both ways. Like, yes,
okay.
I'm always looking for, like, the next opportunity and how to elevate myself and get to the next level, and I'm just, like, eager to, like, go run faster and do better and be able to get to the next level.
What is one word you'd use to describe this team?
I think this team is really motivated. Like, we all have a will to get better and do better and elevate ourselves as a team. Like, our team just won our SMAC championships and everything like that. So I think our team's really motivated to just elevate the team and give the effort that we need to give to be able to win.
So by the intro, it's pretty clear that you really are up in this track and field world. What does track and field mean to you personally?
So to me personally, track and field means a lot because both my parents ran track. So like I also have a little bit of pressure on me, but it's also motivation to do good and like excel, to make my parents proud and make myself proud, to be able to keep running and doing what I like to do. So yeah.
Okay. And when did you first start running track and field?
I first started running track and field in 8th grade, but I started taking it more serious my freshman year of high school because I realized like that's something I want to focus on and continue to do in my future. So, yeah.
You have a lot of accolades on the track, but have you ever thought about doing any other sport?
Well, I used to play football. I do think about still playing football, but I like where I'm at right now. So I think I will play another sport, but I like to focus on one thing because that's how I feel like I can be the best at one thing by focusing on that. So I'm gonna just continue to focus on track.
Throughout your entire time in your sport, what was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment would probably be pin relays. That was probably like our most fun track meet. We got to travel, we got to run, we got to hang out, we got to do all that combined in the one meet. So I think that was my favorite moment of this whole track and field career that I've been doing.
What is something about your journey that people don't know from the outside looking in?
Something that people don't know is this is like really only my second year running track because I'm a senior, but my first 2 years I was injured, so I didn't really get to run a whole lot. I ran maybe 1 or 2 meets, but I didn't really get to run a whole lot, so that's something people don't really know. This is like my second full season actually running track.
Dang, and looking at you, looking at all your accomplishments, I actually would have never guessed that, so
Yeah.
kudos to you. Okay. What part of training challenges you the most?
The longer workouts, because my endurance is not all the way there, so the longer workouts do challenge me the most, but I always find a way to push through it because I know in the future it's going to help me be stronger and gain more endurance. So
What does a typical training week look like to you?
So a typical training week usually is like 2 maybe tempo days, 2 drill days, and maybe like an explosion day. So like we may do 2 longer workouts for 2 days, do some drills another 2 days, and like maybe on like a Friday we'll do block work and explosive starts and things like that, along with some lifting throughout the week also.
Okay. What part of training do you actually enjoy?
I enjoy all parts of my training because I know it's going to make me better.
What separates you from other athletes in your event?
I think my will to work hard separates me from other athletes because some athletes just do it for fun or may just do it to get what they need to do, but I'm doing it for myself. I want to get better for myself. Getting better will of course get me into college and things like that, but I have goals that I want to hit for me. So that motivates me to do better and try hard and give him my everything.
And what do you do on those days when you don't feel motivated?
On the days I don't feel motivated, I try to just remember my training and trust all the things I've done in the past. So I try to keep a positive aspect on things. So when I'm not feeling motivated, I can still go out there and try my hardest and know I still did a good job.
Let's get to the downside of track and field. What has been the toughest moment of your career?
Toughest moment of my career was probably my first 2 years of running because like I said, I was injured my first 2 years. So that was probably the toughest moment because I wasn't practicing a lot. I was always in physical therapy and I was missing out on meets while everybody else was running PRs and progressing. I was in physical therapy just trying to work on getting better. So that's probably my hardest moment that I've had to overcome.
And what steps did you take to overcome that hard time?
I just made sure I had a good mental strategy. I knew I wasn't gonna be injured forever, so I just try to keep in mind that like once I do the things I need to do, I can just bounce back and do what I need to do once I'm healthy and pop out and like run faster times and catch back up to everybody else.
Would you say that you've grown as a person through doing this sport?
Yes, I would say I've grown with the sport and through the sport. Like my times have grown faster, I've grown stronger and things like that, and I've became more mature with the things that I do in practice, like taking practice more seriously and giving it my 100 in practice and giving it my 110 in the meets.
Have you ever doubted yourself as an athlete? When and why?
I don't think I've ever really doubted myself, but if I have, it would probably be the years I was injured. But I always try to keep a positive mindset because I feel like if I doubt myself, then I'm limiting myself from what I can actually do. So I try to just keep a positive mindset.
Let's move on to team dynamics. You know, a lot of people wish they were North Point Eagle on our team. You know, all those kids who show up to practice on the first day. So what would you say makes our team so special?
I think being able to bond with each other really easily makes the team special because sometimes people on the team don't get along and things like that, and some teammates don't like the coaches. But with our team, we're able to just all communicate well and be like very engaging with one another. So it gives us like good team chemistry.
Who on the team has impacted you the most?
I think my coaches have impacted me the most because even when I was injured and when I wasn't injured, they've always been there to help me excel and do the things I need to do. So when I was injured, to help me recover and get back to where I need to be, and even when I wasn't injured, helped me to excel and get faster and improve my time so I can be able to go to college and continue on with my career with running track.
As the team captain of the sprints, how do you try to lead or support your teammates?
I try to just give them all the motivation and encouragement they need to be able to do what they need to do so they can win their races and feel confident in their races also. While also giving them like the guidance that they need because they come to me and ask me questions on how to do things, So I try to just give them proper guidance so when it comes to meet time, they'll think back to what I told them and they can remember so they can be able to do well in their races.
And what do you want people to think when they hear the name Justin Fludd? What type of legacy do you want to leave behind?
I just want them to know, like, I was one of the greats at North Point. I want them to know my name and see my name on the records and know that I have most of the records for North Point sprints. So I want to be known as like one of the fastest people that ever came to North Point.
What do younger athletes need to understand about our program?
That there's no easy way out. It's going to be hard work no matter what. So, like, if you're just looking for easy, like something to do just because, you can do that, but it's not going to be easy. There's no easy way with track and field.
Let's talk about postgraduate goals. What do you want to study and pursue as a career?
So, like I said before, I'm in a cybersecurity CTE program, so I want to study computer science or artificial intelligence to be able to get a career in one of those two fields, because that's like a growing field nowadays with AI and things like that. So I want to get like a head start as I'm studying it now, so by the time I can get a job in the workforce, I can be ahead of everybody else and make the money that I want to make. So.
All right. He wants to be ahead of people in track and when he enters the workforce as an adult. All right. And do you want to compete in college?
I do want to compete in college. I want to compete all the way up to wherever like I can. So if that means I can go to the Olympics, then I'll go to the Olympics. I just want to be able to take my body to the limit before I stop running. So I'm gonna keep going until my body says it's done. So.
What kind of college environment do you think fits you the best?
I think most college environments fit me the best. I just like an environment where people can talk and get along well, and where I could just fit in and be able to do my thing and not have anybody stop me from doing what I want to do. Because at the end of the day, I have to live my life and be able to pursue what I want to pursue. So a college that can allow me to do that is a great environment for me to be in. What
makes you coachable?
Me being able to listen and take advice, I feel like makes me really coachable, because coaches could have one point of view and I can have my own point of view, but I'll always be there to hear them out and listen to what they have to say, rather than just giving backlash and trying to do what I want to do. So I'm able to listen and adapt and change for the better if that's what I need to be able to do.
What kind of teammates will a college program get from you?
I can be very encouraging. I may not speak a lot, but I can encourage my teammates and like give them the motivation that they need to be able to do what they have to do. And I'll always be like somebody they can count on the team. So like if they need an extra person for the relay, they can count on me for that and things like that. So I'll always be the teammate that's there to help somebody out.
Okay, that's true. One thing about Justin, he, like you said, he may not speak a lot, but you can definitely learn a lot just by watching. Why should a college program recruit you?
I think a college program should recruit me because even if I'm not like the top person or the top starter, I'm always going to be somebody who's willing to put the hard work in and effort to be able to get where I need to be. So if I'm like third overall in the rankings and I don't make on the relay team, I'm gonna be able to put the hard work in and try to earn my spot to be able to do what I need to do. I'll be the one to put in extra hours than that person to be able to excel and get to where I need to be.
What do you want college coaches to know about you besides your times?
Well, I just want them to know that I'm a great athlete, and then I'm also a great teammate and very easy person to coach. So like I said, I'll be able to listen to things that they have to say, and I'll be able to grow with the team and put in the hard work that I need to put in to be able to win championships and run faster times and do things like that.
Let's wrap things up with the feature questions. These are some questions that Coach Empty thinks are important in understanding your character and any goals you have. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you trying to prove this season?
I'm just trying to improve my times this season because, like I said, I want to be able to hold all the records for the sprints. And I have some of them now, but I want to be able to have the rest of them. So I think my times is the main thing I want to be able to improve on before I graduate.
What drives you when nobody's watching?
When nobody's watching, I think my parents drive me the most, and like just my courage and the stuff that goes on in my head drives me to be better, because I always know there's somebody who's going to be better than me out there. So I just strive to be able to do as much as I can to keep excelling and keep doing what I have to do, and to have my parents' motivation to be able to do that also.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, I see myself graduating college, and I see myself having a successful track career. And if it's still going on, then that's great. And if it's not, then that's also great. I'm going to continue on with my cybersecurity goals and be able to go into the workforce and do what I need to do, continue to studying cybersecurity.
If a college coach is watching this interview right now, what would you tell them?
I would just tell them to look out for me, because whatever goal they need me to hit, I'll always be there to hit it. Like I said, I'm willing to put in the hard work and do what I need to do to meet goals and meet time. So just to be on the lookout, because whatever the goal they have set, I'll be prepared to meet that goal.
When people hear the name Justin Fludd in the future, what do you want them to think?
I want them to think like that person's a hard worker and he was really motivated to what he sets his mind to. Not just track to anything in general, like whether it's working or anything like that. That he's just a really determined and set person. Like if he wants something, he's gonna go get it no matter what. So I want people to remember me as that.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
That's another edition of Point Proven, where preparation meets performance and the standard is always the standard. We appreciate you taking the time to hear the stories behind the work and the mindset that drives the North Point Athletics program. Make sure you stay locked in and on the lookout for our future episodes as we continue to highlight the athletes who are putting in the work and proving themselves every day. If you have questions for Justin, want to connect, or are interested in supporting the North Point track and field team, you can contact head coach George Empty at gmt@ccpoe.com. Until next time, keep working, keep improving, and keep proving.